There are 5 types of homes in the Greenville area that you should never sell, and I'm going to cover them today. If you're a homeowner and wondering if you should sell, well, listen up. And if you're thinking of buying a home, I think this will give you a good list with some insights of where you can grow some quick equity. Now, if you're watching my videos, you'll know I'm a realtor, and you might think that telling people to not sell would go against the grain, so to speak. But when I meet a client who's considering selling their home, the first thing to decide is always whether selling will achieve their goals and, if it will, to do it in the best way possible. So let's get into the types of homes that are great to keep in Greenville right now, and then we'll touch on the hows and whys. So my number one home to keep is a home with a great location. What's that, you might ask? Well, some areas are appreciating very differently than others, even within each market. One big one here is homes near downtown Greenville. If you're within 5 to 10 minutes of downtown, you may want to consider not selling your home. Prices within close proximity have jumped and are continuing to go up. If you're on the east side of Greenville, this will be especially true. Neighborhoods that were out of the city when I was growing up are now considered close or part of the downtown area. This includes places like Overbrook, Gower Estates, Parkins Mill, and neighborhoods along Wade Hampton like Stone Lake. The time has passed to get this close to downtown without spending at least twice what you would have spent 10 years ago. I had clients selling Gower for 4 times what they paid, above appraisal and without needing to do any updating or repairs. If you own in these areas, keeping your home could be part of a long-term wealth building strategy. Now, in case you're watching for the first time, I'm David Crum, and if you want to know everything there is about living in Greenville, make sure you subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn more about my area. My next home not to sell is one near convenience. Everybody knows real estate is about location, 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 and this holds true here. If you're close to a grocery store, Chick-fil-A, and a Starbucks with a drive-through, then your home will command a premium over those that are more rural or just spaced far away from these amenities. There are many people moving in the Greenville area all the time, and while plenty of them are looking to be outside of the city, most of them want to be able to get to the basics without going too far away. Neighborhoods that are close to shopping without being in a commercial or industrial area are highly valued. People don't want to be in the hustle and bustle, but they sure want to be able to get there without driving too far. Up third, we're going to turn and look at the type of home itself. Ranch homes are becoming much less common with new construction, and it has been that way for years. Builders in the last few decades have realized that they can have larger homes on less land by building up and not out. This is great for creating cheaper housing, since you can have more homes on the same amount of land. But it doesn't suit everyone's needs. South Carolina is attracting a lot more people moving here, and people moving here to retire. These buyers usually want all of their most important living space on the main floor so that stairs don't become an issue. A ranch gives them everything on one level, the best possible scenario for many buyers. Of course, it's not only seniors looking for that. Ranch homes are very desirable for younger buyers as well. As the population here grows and retirees come to the area, you can expect traditional ranches to see their value go up accordingly. The fourth type of home not to sell is going to look at a younger demographics needs. That is a home with great school zones. Now, if you've watched my videos before, you'll likely know that Greenville County is all one district and has school choice, but you do have a zoned school. Many other South Carolina counties have separate school districts, so that moving your child to another school could be very hard, expensive, or impossible without changing homes. If your home has great zoned schools or a great school district, you can bet that it's going to be very popular with buyers considering raising children in the area. This will only continue as population increases, causing it to be harder and more expensive to be zoned into the best schools. Now, what makes a school the best can be a personal choice, and I've had clients with preferences for lots of different types of schools. So before you make a choice, make sure you know what you're getting into if schools are big for you, and decide what school might be best and a must-have. Moving on to my fifth type of home to keep, and that is a home near the Swamp Rabbit Trail. Specifically, anything within walking distance or a quick bike ride to the trail. A big percentage of my buyers are coming from out of state, and a large part of them have heard of the Swamp Rabbit Trail and want to be close by. People moving to the area are driving demand for homes near the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. Even as the county adds spurs, putting more homes within walking range, I believe that demand is outpacing this growth. I see the Swamp Rabbit Trail pathway as a growth sector for home equity for a good time to come. Now, you've heard several types of homes that I believe are going up in value. Let's talk about the hows and whys of not selling. The average homeowner today sells every 7 years. That means for every person who's staying in their home for 28 years, there are about 5 owners need to sell in 3 years just to make that average close to 7. Some people are turning over homes very quickly. This video clearly isn't for people who have been in their home for 30 years, but if you've bought a home in the last few years and you're trying to decide what to do, let's look at some of the reasons to move or stay. All of the reasons I listed to not sell a home are based on my belief that homes of these types are rising in value and are going to be worth more in the future. Keeping your home longer can be a great way to grow long-term wealth. Staying put will let you pay down the debt you owe while the value of your house grows over time. The Greenville market as a whole has been rising for years, and with all of the people moving here, it is poised to continue that growth. If you need to move because you need a bigger house, smaller home, work, or other reasons, you can consider keeping your current home as a rental. The rental market in the Greenville area is very strong and has been for years now. Let's talk about how to keep your home. This can be easier if your current home is paid off or you're able to buy your next one in cash. If you're borrowing for your next home, like most people, this will be tricky with lending, so be sure to talk to a great lender that has experience with complicated situations. This way, you won't be told to just sell your home, since that'll make the whole process easy. I would never advise someone to keep a home that is a burden, but you shouldn't sell just because that's what people do. Looking at your whole financial picture with knowledgeable advice can help you make the right decision for your future. In that regard, if you're considering selling and would like to talk about whether you should sell or possibly keep your current home, even if you need to move, I'd be happy to speak with you so you can have more personalized information to consider and point you to a great lender so they can consider those factors as well. There are a lot of other factors to consider, but many of them are going to be personal to your situation. So this has been my homes you shouldn't sell in the Greenville area. If you feel like these are a bust and you should dump them now, or if you feel like other home types will shoot up in value, let us know in the comments. That'll help anyone else who's considering moving here and buying a home or selling a home in the Greenville area. And remember, whether you're moving in 9 or 90 days, I'd love to hear from you and see how I can help make your move a smooth one. Until then, I'm David Crum, and I'll see you around beautiful downtown Greenville, South Carolina.